So tell me, does the thought of being on camera make you cringe a little bit? Yeah, I get it. Being in front of a lens can feel awkward at first, but guess what? In this video, we are going to start to fix that. Look, I know it can be really nerve-wracking. The camera, the lights, the pressure to get it right. It can feel like everyone's watching, but here's the good news. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be authentic. For over 26 years, I've been behind the camera in the world of broadcast TV, but here's the twist. Being in front of the camera came with its own challenges for me too. I had to really work on it, and that's why I'm here to share with you techniques I've learned over the years. These tips aren't just for pro TV presenters, they're for business owners like you who want to build authentic connections with their audience. And in today's video, I'm going to walk you through some practical exercises, a few mindset tips, and some sneaky ways to make the whole process feel way less intimidating. By the end, you're going to feel much more comfortable on camera and ready to use it as a powerful tool to connect with your audience. Sound good? Now, there's a reason why I chose to spend so much of my professional life behind the camera. It was a lot to do with the fact that I just didn't like how I sounded. But then I realized if I was going to spend my time helping fellow business owners create their own video content, I better had bite the bullet and get myself in front of the camera like I was telling them to. It's definitely a learning curve, and it's definitely sometimes uncomfortable, but with time and practice, it gets easier, I promise you. And for me, it was about focusing on what I wanted the outcome of all of this video content to be, i.e., I wanted to inspire other people to realize they too could create video content that would ultimately transform their businesses and their lives. Let me paint a picture. Imagine you're sitting down for a coffee with your best mate. That's the kind of energy we want when you're in front of the camera. Relaxed, real, and authentically you. But here's the thing, being on camera is just another form of communication. It's not about performing. It's about connecting, like chatting with a friend, except now that friend happens to be on the other side of the lens. So instead of focusing on how you look or how you sound, focus on what you're giving, the value, the story, the connection. The goal here is not perfection, by the way, it's progress. The more authentic you are, the easier it becomes for people to trust you and your business. So let's talk about some practical steps. So first things first, warm up. Yep, I'm serious. Just like athletes stretch before a game, you need to loosen up before hitting record. Shake out your shoulders, maybe take a few deep breaths, maybe even do a silly dance, whatever it is, anything to get out of your head and into a more relaxed state. Then shift your mindset from I need to perform to how can I serve? Instead of worrying about nailing every single word you say, think about the value that you're delivering in your video. I've found genuinely this takes the pressure off you as a performer and shifts the focus to your audience. Also, instead of memorizing a script or trying to memorize all those words, just jot down a few key points. It'll help you sound more natural, and again, it reduces pressure so you relax more. Also, start by recording in an environment or a place where you feel most comfortable. It could be your home office like I am, your kitchen, wherever you are most relaxed. The goal here is to create a space that feels familiar and safe so you can be more natural. And by the way, you don't have to post your first videos. Look at them as practice. And if you're freezing at the thought of pressing record, just talk to yourself in the mirror before going anywhere near the camera. Make talking out loud to yourself, like I'm doing now, more normal. The more normalized it becomes, the easier it gets. When you're relaxed, your energy is going to flow much better on camera, and that's what is ultimately going to connect and resonate with your viewers. Remember, they want to connect with the real you, not some kind of perfect performed version of you. One client of mine started with quick daily selfie style videos. Within a few weeks, she felt comfortable enough to shoot a full product demo. No script, just her story. And hey, if your first few attempts are awkward, no worries, mine were too. Just think of it as a blooper reel that you can laugh at on your own later on. So here's a little exercise. Grab your phone, hit record, and just talk about your day for 30 seconds. Don't worry about making it perfect, just speak naturally, and you're not going to post it. Got it? Great, let's keep going. Now you're going to feel a bit stiff and definitely feel a bit self-conscious at first, and that is totally normal. But like I said before, the more you do it, the more you practice, the more relaxed you'll get. And I'll be honest, it took me a while to feel comfortable on camera. I used to overthink everything. Am I blinking too much? Am I using my hands too much? But eventually I realized that ultimately none of that really matters. What matters is the connection and the value that you're giving in your content. So if it feels a bit awkward at first, please don't worry. It does get easier. Just keep practicing and you will find your flow. Remember though, that your audience isn't looking for perfection. They're looking for someone who feels real, someone that they can relate to. So hopefully that's put you at a little bit at ease and you're feeling a bit more comfortable in front of the camera. We now need to make sure that your setup reflects the professionalism of your business. And in the following video, we're going to dive into the essentials of video tech, but don't worry, I'm keeping it really simple. By the end of the next video, you're going to have the confidence to set up your gear like a pro without getting lost in technical jargon. But before we wrap up, what's the one thing about being on camera that makes you nervous? Pop it in the comments and we can tackle it together. So today was all about getting comfortable and being you on camera. It's not about being perfect. It's about being authentic and connecting with your audience. So here's what I'd love you to do off the back of this. 1, record a 30-second clip of yourself just talking about your business. Secondly, watch it back and make notes and just think about what you liked about it. And if you want to, then thirdly, share it with a friend for feedback. If you found these tips helpful, give this video a little thumbs up and a subscribe. And remember, we are in this together and I cannot wait to see what you create. So don't miss the video that's coming up where we'll dive into lighting, sound, and everything you need to make sure your setup looks as professional as you are. Take care and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. See you soon.